and start talking. Hello. Okay. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to start really quick by Heather is not on here, but Heather Lockett just got her free ticket to Summit. So I just wanted to say congrats to her. She was really aiming for that and got that. So she'll be at Summit with us. So happy for you. So today I just wanted to kind of break down a little bit about what I do and some things that I feel like make me successful in my business, and kind of tell you guys about my daily activities. So number one is being intentional with your time. No matter what season in life that I've been, whether it was when the kids were home with me or to now, I have to always be intentional and set my time and my time management and decide how I'm going to do things and how much time I'm going to give myself to do them. From my morning schedule to my afternoon schedule to my evening schedule. And it's always going to be different as your life changes. I don't know, like there's not, especially with kids, our lives are always changing and going into different seasons. So we have to be willing to change up things and still give our business enough time to grow and be able to do those things. So having a schedule and a routine that you go by every single day is so important. So I wanted to kind of tell you guys some things that I do for my business when I have my set schedule down to do those things. So some of the most important things that I do when I start my day in my Beachbody business is, I wake up, and this is like my morning time. I wake up and I work out. I wake up an hour earlier than I have to wake my kids up. Actually, it's been about an hour and a half to 2 hours earlier here lately because I'm really putting a lot more emphasis on challenge groups. And the best way for me to run and host a challenge group and have my challengers participate and interact is by me really giving them value in the challenge group. And the best way I've found for myself is waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and getting that first post into my challenge group, because that way everyone wakes up at different times in the morning, and a ton of people wake up early in the morning. So the first thing that they are seeing, and I really like to bring people into health and fitness by waking up early to do it and to do their workout, whether they work all day or not. I really kind of just encourage people to do their workouts in the morning because it's where I've seen success, and it's where I've seen so many other people have success in creating not just a simple short-term weight loss, but a lifestyle change, which is what we represent as coaches. So when I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I know that when I'm the first to get that post into my challenge group, I know that all of my challengers for that month are going to see that first, and it's going to inspire them and encourage them. So maybe if they were even thinking about, not getting their workout in before work that day or before their day starts, maybe it'll have them rethink that and decide to do it. So I'm really loving just focusing on my challenge groups and getting that very early morning post for my challengers to be able to count on every single day. And I also think that having a routine schedule in how you're posting in your challenge group is overall going to be a big help for those people, so that they can expect something every day at the same time, sort of. And so I wake up and I do my workout. I post in my challenge group. I drink my Shakeology for breakfast to stay on track. I log into my Coach Online office. If you are building this business and you start bringing customers into this is vital, vital, vital. You need to check into your Coach Online office. That should be, to me, that's been one of the first things that I've always done when I come into my morning after I've done my workout, I've ate my breakfast, I've got my kids settled, whatever, whether I've taken them to school or when they were home. One of the first things that I know that I've always needed to do to be successful is to check into that Coach Online office and look at the tab that gives you your alerts. And because right there on your alerts, you're going to see if you're going to want to check to see if you have any new customers that may have happened overnight or yesterday when you were putting the kids to bed or you shut down your office for the day or whatever it may be. And you need to check to see if you have any new, these are the two things I look at on that, is the new customers tab and the new My Personally Sponsored Coaches tab. Because sometimes maybe the night before I went to sleep or I shut down my office hours and someone signed up as a coach that I am needing to get. I will then, know that I need to get, when I see that new customer in my Coach Online office, I know I need to get that new customer set up in my challenge group. I need to get them the tools that they need to be successful. And if it's a new coach that signed up with me, I need to get them their new coach welcome email and get them started on their training so that they can get started and have the success tools that they need to start this business right. So that's how I start my day. And then the next thing on my list, during my office hours, if you just hopped on, I'm kind of going over my office hours when I come into my business each morning. And these are things that I've always followed. So the next is respond to all messages. I take time each day after I've done those other things that I just talked about, and I take time to respond to private messages on Facebook, to emails in my email inbox, and to Instagram direct messages. Those are the 3 top things that I check for messages. And I do have a Facebook like page, so I try to remember to go over there, but sometimes it makes it a little too much for me to do. So honestly, I don't Facebook like people that come into my Facebook like page. I think everyone should have a Facebook like page because, like, why not have something else where people can find you and view you and get to know you? It makes it really easy that you can, connect your Instagram to your Facebook like page, and it can get you more views on Facebook with the like pages. But I mean, it's just like, why not have something extra? So if you don't have one of those, I mean, why not just make one? And because people do find me on that and message me on that just out of nowhere. And sometimes it's people from Instagram. Sometimes they'll go onto the Facebook Live page. I mean, and I even have my Facebook link for my personal Facebook on my Instagram page, but you just never know where people are going to look for you or how they're going to look for you. And people, when they look for me, so maybe they don't see my personal Facebook link in Instagram, but if they found me on Instagram, sometimes people will just go try to find me on Facebook. And the first thing that pops up for people when they're trying to find me is my like page. So that's where those messages usually come from, is people that are just looking for me. Everybody doesn't know as much about social media as we do. So so that's where, it's just another place that people will have the ability to talk to you and connect with you. So let's see. Okay, so that's what I do. That's what I do first thing in the morning. And that's what I have enough time to do in 2 hours. That's all those things. That's what I do in 2 hours of my first morning routine. And then I have to stop my business. I have to get my kids ready. I have to go take them to school, get them breakfast, do all those things for a couple of hours. And then I'm back working again. And so that's why it's just so important that you have to have a schedule and focus time to work your business. And then you have to have your posting, your 3 to 5 times a day posting. If you aren't sharing about this business every single day, if people come onto your social media and they don't know right off that you are a Beachbody coach, or that you have a challenge group coming up, or even that you're doing these workouts, there's no reason that they're going to come to you or want to join you or anything like that without knowing what you do. So that's just your vital posting 3 to 5 times a day. Some things that I do, some other things that I do in spare time, when I have spare time, is commenting and responding to other people's comments on my social media. So, and I think that's an important part, but it's just not at my top of my to-do list. It's kind of a extra that I do later on that I don't have an urgency to do in that one day, that I can come back to a couple of days later or whenever I have extra time. And that's, you know, responding and talking to people that have commented on your post and scrolling through your own Facebook or Instagram and connecting and commenting on other people's stuff. I think that that's a huge, there's 2 things about scrolling. It can be really good and important for your business, and it can also be a setback and a time-consuming thing that doesn't get you anywhere in your business exactly, when other things that you could be working could be getting you further, I guess. So I guess that's why it's kind of down more on my list of things to do later on. Oh, you guys have got to stop eating ornaments. I'm just like, I've got to get a baby gate for my Christmas tree. My dogs are going to die. I mean, they're just going to die. I've got to get a gate to go around the tree. Okay, so next. How am I posting? Using hashtags on Instagram and finding other business opportunities to grow your following. This is a huge one that I think that a lot of coaches overlook in their business, because we think that everything we do is just on social media. But there are so many opportunities where in person you can actually talk to people and find out what they're doing and find out more about them. And if you have that's why it's so crucial, I feel like, for all Beachbody coaches to have a card. You should always have cards on you, and they need to have all they need to have. They don't need to have anything about being a salesperson or buy this product from me. It has nothing to do with that. It's just as simple as having your name and your Facebook link and your Instagram link if you want, but whatever social media platform that you use, that needs to be on there, and your name, and maybe a transformation picture would be a good thing to put on there of your own. That's all you need. Because I feel like so many people overlook so much about this. You are a Beachbody coach, but your card shouldn't say Beachbody all over it. Your card shouldn't have P90X and Insanity and blah, blah, blah all over it, because we are running our own business, and people come to us for us, not for the products that we sell. And that's how we become successful. So being in-person connections, yesterday, I'll give you guys an example. Yesterday when I was checking out at the commissary, there were 2 people bagging my groceries, and the lady that was bagging them, they were talking about a workout that they had gotten up to do this morning. She asked her if she saw a message from her this morning that she texted her, and the girl said no, because I was working out, and then I came straight to work. The woman came out. I didn't say anything. I knew they were probably talking about some sort of home workout, because who wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning before work and does a workout? Most people don't go to the gym for that. And so we got to my car, and she continued talking about, she was so happy, she was so excited, and she was telling me about it. She was telling me about how she was doing size, the workout, the Beachbody workout, and I'm just sitting there smiling and listening and waiting for my opportunity for me to talk to her, because so she kept talking, and she told me how excited she was, and I told her how awesome that was and how cool that was. And then I said, what did I say? I said, and she had said that her and her friend were getting up and doing this every morning before work. And I was like, so is your friend a Beachbody coach? And is she, you know, helping you through this? And she was like, yeah, she is my coach, right? So some of you guys right there, you would just, bam, done, right? So many people would just stop talking right there. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. So, and I just kept asking questions and talking. I don't remember what I said. She was saying that her friend was her coach personally, but she's not an actual coach in our network. She was saying that her friend is like her coach because she supports her and she motivates her and they do it together. Neither of them have ever bought anything from the website, nothing like that. She's a busy lady. She's got to go. I'm a busy lady. I got to go. I handed her my card and I told her she could follow me for extra support and motivation because that's what I do. And I've lost 100 pounds from it. So I gave her my card and I told her, have a good day. That's it. If I didn't represent what I love and do what I do, then I wouldn't have had that opportunity to do that. And who knows what will come from that. But as long as she's following me, I know that every day she's going to get inspiration, motivation, and a success story. And if she ever needs help, she knows from my personality and from how I talk to her that she can come to me. So that was really cool yesterday. And that's an in-person connection that I'm talking about. And I've mentioned before, coming into the new year, if you guys have success stories, in your weight loss, you need to go and reach out to your local newspapers, or there are local magazines in the areas that you live in that will literally love to feature you. They don't have people come to them a lot because social media is so big, and they find people like me that have a lot of followers on Instagram. I've had like at least 4 different news article people contact me to do features in January and February of this year because of my weight loss, because they found me on Instagram because of my following. So you always need to think about that and get into contact with people around you, because you can't even imagine, like, just being in a newspaper in your small town, people still get newspapers. And if you can get your link in there, that's just more people that can come and follow you. So I encourage you to do that and get yourself out there and put yourself out there, because you never know what can happen from that. And then you have, your Instagram. I don't know if I just said that, but hashtags. I mean, you need to be using hashtags on Instagram because that's going to grow your following. And you need to be reaching out to these big Instagram pages if you have a weight loss story and getting features, because that's how you're going to grow your following too. And like Jen posted in the Fit Couture page yesterday, another example of someone you can pay to grow your following that she works with. So, and she's always worked with him. So has Ashley Compost, and some of the other girls that have large followings on Instagram. So he really does do a good job. Let's see, what else? Okay, so another thing that I wanted to talk about today was, as coaches, we need to be running new challenge groups every single month, okay? And I have been the worst about this, and just throwing people into challenge groups and not helping people get serious success stories from Beachbody, from becoming customers and buying challenge packs and all of that. So in the last couple of months, I've really focused on having an actual start date for my challenge groups, and I've done that. What motivated me to do that was the Challenge Tracker app, and I've seen a lot of success from it, and I feel like it's just another way for me to be organized and have a set schedule. I can still talk about challenge groups every single week and every single day if I want to, because you don't have to talk about an exact start date on every post you make or anything like that. But I will say that I hit Success Club 10 in the first week of this month from using this method, which is having set challenge groups every single month the first week of a new month. And I really want to teach all of my downline to start doing that and to start running their own challenge groups, because Right now, in this new challenge group that I have, when I've been using this new method, I have 5 girls that I'm working with really close in my challenge group that are the ones that got me to Success Club 10. And they all feel really close to me. I gave them plenty of time ahead of time to prepare, which was using that Facebook group that I started with the weekend prep. And then I got them start. Most of them did sign up at the last minute. So half of them, they don't even have, I think half of them don't even have their programs yet. But I was like, Beachbody On Demand. You'll use Beachbody On Demand. You get this free streaming. And I let them know about that because I want to let my customers know about Beachbody On Demand and how they get that free 30-day trial, because I want them to try it, because no matter what happens with these people, if they love Beachbody On Demand, that is a residual income for me. Whether they stay on Shakeology Home Direct, maybe they can't afford that, whatever may come from this, and me working with them, Beachbody On Demand will, if they're paying, $40 every 3 months, that's $15 for me, whatever. So I will say that, and I also did a group chat with these 5 girls. They are loving it. They are loving the challenge group. They're loving the connection that I'm giving them and the time that I'm giving them. And it doesn't take a lot of my time. It was just preparing for it and setting a schedule and actually opening a new group and letting people know that it's a 0 to 30 days group and then it's going to be over. So that gives people more of an urgency and time commitment and everything else. And then, like I'm talking about, having that posting every single day at the same time is a help to them. And just giving people the tools. They have the tools that they need, but they need us, just like we as coaches, when we bring other coaches into our downline, we need to be the people that push people just a little bit in a nice way. We have to do that for our customers and our coaches in order for them to see how they can succeed, because a lot of people just don't know what they can do without a little push in the right direction in a positive way. So I'll tell you guys, just from week 1, out of 5 of those people, 3 of them are already thinking about being coaches. 2 have already signed up as coaches. So it just really goes to show that when we put our time and invest into people, when we prepare the month before. So if you didn't have a good month last month, then we need to look at it and say, how can we improve this month to be better for what's going to happen next month? Like, that's the way that I kind of like to think about this business, is like everything I do every single day is leading up to next month's challenge group. Everything that I post about every single day of this week, every single day of next week, the next week, it's like you have to have a schedule. And if you aren't running, and so from now on, when I have new coaches come in, the first 30 days, they're going to be my new customers. I'm not just going to treat them like coaches. I'm going to treat them like customers. And I'm going to get them the results, and I'm going to do just like everything I was just saying that I'm doing with these customers, because the quality, it's like, quality over quantity. When that comes in hand with this business so much, if we stop overthinking everything that we do every single day, and we just base this off of helping people get awesome results from these products, coaches or customers or people following us, whatever, if we bring them in and we give them awesome results and we show them how we run this from our hearts and how we're there for them and they have a trust in us, and mainly get them awesome results where they fall in love with these products, then they're going to be lasting customers, or they're going to be lasting coaches. Because all coaches that are still here today, doing a good job in the business or in a year into the business, It's because of the family support that coaching brings. It's because of the weight loss results that our products bring. It's because of the way we make each other feel, because of the way that the products make us feel and make them feel. So, so that is really, you know, a better way, I guess, than just throwing people into challenge groups. I used to just throw people into challenge groups, and I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing 0 to 30 days for new customers. And and that doesn't go to like discredit. Like if someone is talking to you in the first week of your challenge group, I think that's totally fine to bring them into the challenge group right then. If they're talking to you about it in the second week, these are the steps that I'm taking in my business. I'll ask them if it's the second week of the month, I'm going to tell them about how my December challenge group has already started. And if they are willing to come in and overlook everything everyone else has done at that moment, if they have enough time for that and they want to jump in right then in the second week, then let's do it. And they can do that, and I'm going to give them, you know, my support and everything that they can do that in the second week, because I don't think it's that far behind where they could. And if they're not willing to, then I'm going to ask them if they want to wait until next month, if they want to be in January's challenge group. And for those that talk to me in the 3rd and 4th week of the month, I'm going to have them sign up. I'm going to have them buy their challenge pack, and then I'm going to have them wait to start until January. And then last minute at the end of December, I'm going to post like crazy, and I'm going to get people into the challenge group last minute in January, because I don't know, I feel like a lot of people jump in late. So another thing I want to talk about today about your posting is I just want to go over the notes that I took from the wake up call on Monday in case anybody missed this, because I thought it was really good. I'm just going to run through these. Number 1 is glimpse into pre-Beachbody life. You should be posting, if you're trying to grow in the coach opportunity, you should be posting in your post in some way about, in most days of your life, you should be posting about a glimpse in a way. I mean, if you guys follow me, you know that I post different glimpses into my life before Beachbody consistently all the time, because you want to bring out those feelings, and you want to bring out what you didn't like about the way that you used to be and the way that it made you feel back then. And then you want to bring in what solution came into your life that helped you feel better. And so for me, that's the Beachbody opportunity. You don't even have to always say that. I mean, if you say that sometimes, that's totally fine. But if you don't, people are going to, you know, let people wonder how you've changed without even saying it sometimes. You know what I mean? And, you know, when you're making money from the business, bring that into it from, you know, the financial aspect. If you're not, then don't, because you don't need to be anyone different than who you are, right? And that's what people can relate to. People can relate to your life where you are right now, and you can talk about where you want to go and what plans you have for your life. That's just throwing your goals out there for others to see, to help you be more successful. You never want to be anyone except who you are right now. And bringing in how you feel right now and where you're going, no matter where you are. So we have a couple of minutes. Does anyone want to just talk about anything that I talked about or ask questions about anything?
I have a question.
Okay.
When you do, so your 30-day challenge groups, the one that you have like a couple people in, and you said you do a live chat with them. When do you do your live chat? Do you do it like right before, or do you do it like weekly? Like when do you do
Okay, so what I actually started doing, I guess I shouldn't have said a live chat. I put everyone in a Facebook group message.
Yeah.
And I have those 5 women that signed up with me in the start, and I have them in there, and we're just like motivating each other and, kind of messaging each other every day, and just like, did you guys get your workouts in today? And things like that. And just kind of, what my kind of plan is with that is they're getting this feeling of a family of other people that are doing what they're doing. And it's a glimpse into what coach life is like. It's a 30-day glimpse. So they have the challenge group, they have my Facebook challenge group, they have the prep group, and then they have the challenge tracker app, and then they have this little mini Facebook Messenger that is showing them other people that are doing it, and it's giving them a glimpse into what my coach life is like. And that's what I'm going to tell them later.
Now, do you feel like the chat takes away from the participation in the app?
I don't, because I don't know why, but a lot of my customers personally, the reason that I started out not liking challenge groups and not doing well from challenge groups, I felt like, was because people didn't interact the way that I wanted them to in challenge groups, because so many people are just shy and everything else, and you just have to try these things to see how they go. This week I asked everyone to post their before photos, and then at the end of it, in the challenge tracker app, and then at the end of it I said, if you aren't comfortable doing this, then email them to me. And all of them emailed me their before photos, but not a single one of them posted it. So I just feel like it's what I'm doing now is growing so much more of a connection with my customers in a personal way with me, and then with the group too, because a lot of them really like to chat in the group together, even though they don't know each other, which is really cool. And I did ask everyone in it if they wanted to do it before I added them into it.
Awesome. Cool.
So does anyone else have any questions or just comments or anything you're working on or struggling on you might want to ask about or talk about?
I don't have anything I'm struggling, but kind of am struggling with it. But I wanted to share with y'all. I don't know how many of you are in the fitness challenge with Autumn right now. That's going on with 20,000 people, but a bunch of them got this calendar from Michaels, and I just got mine, and it's really helping me get organized with my workouts and my Shakeology and talking to people. And it was fairly cheap, so I just wanted to share that with y'all because I love it.
Do you have Michaels in Germany, Tabitha?
No, I had to have it shipped here.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
What's it called?
What's it called?
Create 365 Fitness Edition, and you basically make your own calendar out of it, and it has all sorts of different stickers with fitness that are fitness related and motivational and all sorts of stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of people are looking for new calendars right now too.
Yeah, they had it on sale for Black Friday for $14, opposed to the $35 that it normally is, but I think it's $18 now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
So does anybody else have any questions? We have about 2 minutes left. If anybody wants to say anything or give any feedback or anything like that.
When does the health vet start? Is it, I know January, I don't know if it was the first week.
First week?
January 9th.
January 9th, okay.
And how long does it go on for, Charlotte? Do you know?
Until February 5th.
Okay, January 9th.
Yeah.
Yeah, get to work if you haven't already on making posts cool looking post about that health bet that can really catch people's eyes. If you need any examples, I think it was Ashley Compost that posted on her Instagram and about the health bet that made me, I don't remember if she was throwing money or something. It was kind of funny. I don't remember. I think it was Ashley. But think of like ways that you can draw people in from that money aspect, because like I was telling you guys about last week, so many people are doing those Instagram challenges where you pay in $40 and then you lose your money if you don't track it on your Fitbit every day of the week or something. And it's just, I don't understand how people do that, but it draws people in just thinking that they might win money. So I love the health bet, since it does that, and we don't even have to, put money into it or anything like that. So it's a huge thing for us. So, okay, you guys, I hope everybody has a really good week. I wanted to tell you guys the next, let's see, what is today's date? The 7th? The next let's see. Nope, don't start. Okay, we'll have team call like usual next week, and the next 2 weeks after that, the week before Christmas and the week of Christmas, we may or may not have them because my kids will be home from school, but we'll see how it goes and how they're feeling about me doing calls. So I hope you guys have an awesome week and have a good day today, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, baby.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.